أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الحمد لله الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين 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 لا إله إلا الله سيدنا محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله سيدنا محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله سيدنا محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم اللهم بارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى ال سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا ابراهيم وعلى ال سيدنا ابراهيم في العالمين انك حميد مجيد. اما بعد ايها المسلمون والمسلمات السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته. We thank Allah for this opportunity and we appreciate Allah for counting us among the people that are still alive today. We say Alhamdulillah. It is out of the mercy and rahmah of Allah that we have been able to witness the 17th of Ramadan. We thank Allah Azza wa Jalla for giving us that opportunity to witness today, inshallah. This is Al-haqq Network live on ITV, inshallah. And today we are going to be starting our program with the Al-Bayan segment. And today we are going to be having health talk as we have a doctor that is readily seated to take us on what we have for today. I am Abdulaziz Adekula Adelana Adekomi Omoba, and immediately after the Al-Bayan segment, we are going to be moving into another segment where our viewers will be able to win gifts. You call into the program and you'll be able to win some gifts from us. And lastly, we are going to be having our widow segment with our brother Hamza, as usual. For now, let's quickly move and delve into the Al-Bayan segment as we have our Dr. Das Ahmad Suleiman in the studio. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You're welcome this year again.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, welcome, inshallah. Today, our doctor is going to be discussing with us on chronic kidney diseases. Chronic kidney diseases. So I want to advise and urge our viewers that if you're just sitting, it's better you call those people that are not close to the TV to come and learn this afternoon. Get your biro, get your jotter, put down some things as our doctor will be discussing on the disease and also be advising us on how to prevent and avoid those diseases. Doctor, I think if you check our society now, you see that a lot of people are suffering from kidney disease, both the young and the old. And I think medically, probably, the cause of all those things, we are the ones that is causing those things, is possible. So I wanted to discuss with us on these chronic diseases, their causes, as well as the ways of preventing them. Bismillah.
نحمد ونصلي على رسول الكريم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, viewers at home. I thank you for giving me this opportunity to say a word or two on chronic kidney diseases. There is no doubt that globally we have an upsurge of the number of persons suffering from kidney disease, especially the chronic one. Now, before we delve into the topic proper, we'll briefly talk about the kidney. Now, what are the kidneys? The kidneys are very important organs in the body that are shaped like beans, and they are located in the posterior aspect, that is the back of the abdomen, under the ribs. They are well protected there because of their significance and importance. Now, the kidneys mainly function to filter waste products in the body. This is the main functions of the kidney. They have other functions, as we'll see later, which include controlling blood pressure, and they also produce hormones. These hormones help in the production of blood. That's why, as we shall see later on, when persons have kidney diseases, their blood becomes short. So they will be needing blood transfusion from time to time. Also, they produce important factors like calcium, which help in strong bones and strong teeth, as well as metabolism of phosphorus. Now, all the metabolites, that's the waste products that are produced in the body, especially the ones that are water soluble, are gotten rid of by the kidneys. You can, the similitude is like when you have your car, your engine oil, after a while, it becomes dirty and used. You want to dispose of it. You go to do servicing and change the oil and bring in fresh oil. But in the case of the kidneys, they work 24/7. There is no rest for them. The kidneys can filter blood of up to 140 mils per day. 140 mils of blood per day. As it does that, it extracts waste products which are passed out in the urine, because urine of about 1 to 2 liters can be produced a day, and inside this urine are waste products that are excreted from the body. So in a nutshell, these are some of the functions of the kidney. There are others. Now, like getting rid of drugs. That, like for instance, if we take drugs, the used drugs, when you take the active parts and you benefit from it, the metabolites are filtered from your body through the kidneys. Now, globally, the number of persons suffering kidney disease is on the rise, and some of these causes may be due to some of our behaviors. Now, about 10% of the world population currently suffering chronic kidney disease. Now, the world population is about 8 billion. So that will mean about 800 million persons globally are suffering from chronic kidney disease. Now, we can bring this number home. Even in Nigeria, about 8 to 10% of Nigerian population suffers chronic kidney disease. So with a population of 200 million Nigerians, that would translate to about 20 million persons suffering from chronic kidney disease. And from year to year, the number is growing. The number is growing. So we quickly look at what are some of the common causes of chronic kidney disease. Some are very preventable. Some you may not be able to do anything about. You just do your best and pray. But for those that are preventable, the onus is upon us to see how much we can do to prevent these things from happening. Now, first on the list is hypertension. Now, in those days, or in the days of old, we do know that hypertension was something you commonly see in old persons. But this is not the case today, because you see young persons with hypertension, persons younger than 30 years of age, beginning to have high blood pressure. Now, second, another common cause of chronic kidney disease is diabetes mellitus, where persons are not able to handle the sugar in their system. They pass a lot of urine, they have a lot of sugar in their blood because of problems with insulin. Now, we also have chronic infections, chronic kidney infections like pyelonephritis. So when it becomes chronic over a long time, it can damage the kidneys, and the kidneys will not be able to perform their functions. Then, still on the list is enlarged prostate, as well as prostate cancer. Enlargement of prostate is something that is natural. It comes with aging. So this is something we see in the elderlies. So when there's enlargement of prostate, there's an obstruction of urine passage, and with the backlog, it will affect the kidneys. Then infections like HIV infection can also affect the kidney, because HIV is still very much with us because of our behaviors. Some persons still are not disciplined enough. They do anything and everything, and they come down with HIV. Then another cause is sickle cell disease that causes sickle cell nephropathy. Now, some persons still don't believe in premarital testing before they go ahead to marry. They believe in love at first sight, and they will do anything to go ahead with anybody they are in love with. So we will advocate that, yes, in as much as we are not discouraging you from loving, you should go ahead and test your genotype and see what you are. If you are AS, for instance, you shouldn't go for an AS partner. So that is a way to curtail that. Then a very common practice with our persons is the use of painkillers. In fact, if you go to drugstores, they call it selection. They will bring different painkillers, and persons consume these products every day, especially persons that do maybe tedious jobs. Every moment, every time they come home, they have those drugs, and they will take them every day. And over time, these drugs will damage the kidneys, and we have a lot of such patients. Then the one that is very common now is the use of bleaching creams and soaps. In fact, the world over, Nigeria is the country that has the highest number of bleaching persons. And this is very worrisome, because even today, men even compete with women in bleaching. Before now, we used to know of certain tribes and certain gender, like women, will bleach more. But now, the men counterparts are giving them a run for their money. So the use of bleaching cream and bleaching soap, because these products contain heavy metals. So these metals are deposited in the kidneys as well as other organs of the body, and over time we begin to see the effect. So even the ones that they say is organic product, natural products, they all have their untoward effects. So these are some of the common causes of chronic kidney disease. Now, for chronic kidney diseases, how will you suspect that you may be having kidney disease? The bad thing with chronic kidney disease is it will not show initially. So unless you go and check, you may not know that you have chronic kidney disease until it gets advanced. When it gets to an advanced stage, that is when you begin to see that, yes, something may have been going on. But commonly, the things you'll notice is maybe your urine may begin to foam like soap, which shouldn't get some form of frothiness, that is foamy when you pass urine. But when it becomes excessive, yes, it's a sign that you are passing a lot of proteins in your urine, and you must go for a check. Then you may also notice that the amount of urine you used to pass is now reducing, because the kidney is the organ that makes urine and forms urine and excretes urine along with the waste product. So when the amount of urine you begin to pass is reducing, that is also another warning that something may be going on with your kidneys. Then you may notice that your body may be swollen, maybe starting with the feet, your face, and sometimes the abdomen. So this is another pointer that something may be wrong. Then you get tired easily. Persons that have kidney disease get tired easily. We did mention earlier on that the kidneys are responsible for producing blood. So when the blood gets short, you get tired easily. Things you could normally do, maybe walking short distances, housework you could do before without getting tired, you find them very tedious to do. That's because blood is life. Blood is like the fuel that the human being uses. Just like blood is to man what fuel is to the car. So you get tired easily, and maybe you begin to notice that your blood pressure may begin to rise. So if you notice all these things, until you go for a check, you may not know that something is wrong. Even when your blood pressure is high, it may not give you any symptom. You may not feel anything until it becomes so high, and the person may either have a heart attack or a stroke, and the next thing is you blame village people. But however, if you had acted on time, it would have been picked up early and probably nipped in the bud. So these are some of the symptoms of chronic kidney disease.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. We appreciate our guest lecturer who has been discussing with us on chronic kidney disease and some of the causes as well as the symptoms of these chronic kidney diseases. Now, sir, before we throw our line open for our viewers to call and ask questions, I think I have one or two from here. The first I want to ask is, you mentioned during the course of the lecture that the kidney also is the part of the body or organ of the body that produces blood. Now, sometimes you said there's possibility of overworking the kidney, and we are asked to always donate blood donation. As we donate, are we not overworking our kidney? Because once we donate our kidney, we need to produce another one.
Okay, thank you for the question. It is advisable to donate blood regularly or intermittently. Now, when you donate blood, the kidney will produce fresh blood, which is very energizing. Now, if you don't donate blood, however, the blood cells have a lifespan of about 90 days, after which they will be replaced by new ones. So when you donate blood, it is very good because, one, you are saving humanity, you are saving mankind, and the body will respond to producing more blood cells. However, before you donate blood, the person will be checked to see if the person has adequate blood volume to donate from. So if you cannot give what you don't have. So if you don't have enough, nobody will take from you. So they will check first and ensure that what you have is more than enough for you. So what you donate will not in any way affect you.
Okay, the line to call is now displayed on your screen. As you can see, we have 081-2464-3980. You can now call to contribute either by adding to what our lecturer has said, or you ask him questions. Inshallah, the line is open. So, we have a caller on the line already. Assalamu alaikum.
Hello, sir.
Hello, good evening. I mean, good afternoon, sorry.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Please, your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Abdul Rashid. I'm calling from Benin.
Abdul Rashid calling from Benin. Please go ahead with your contribution.
Yes, sir. I want to answer a question, sir.
You want to answer a question?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, we are not on the segment of answering questions yet. We are still on the segment where our lecturer is discussing with us on chronic kidney disease. So maybe you call back at that time when we'll be asking questions. Okay, thank you very much. Now, you have been able to tell us some of the causes of this kidney disease. So how can we now prevent them?
Prevention of...
Sorry, please, I think we have another caller on the line. We've lost that call. Hello? We've lost the call.
Yes, prevention of kidney diseases will...
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Wait. What are the preventive methods to avoid kidney?
Okay, your name, please.
The preventive method to avoid kidney.
Okay, your name, please, your name.
Okay, I'm Osaro. I'm calling from Epoma.
Okay, Sarah, calling from Epoma. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Doctor will answer the question immediately. Thank you very much. Okay, what are the things that we can do in order to prevent some of these things?
Yes. Common things we can do to prevent kidney diseases. One is to take adequate water. Now, you may want to ask me, what's the relationship between taking water and preventing kidney disease? Now, the kidney, water to the kidney is what water is to the fish, because the kidney enjoys a lot of water. Now, when you take a lot of water, you'll save yourself from things like kidney stone. That's why persons that live in hot, arid regions like the desert, they are more at risk of having kidney stone, because one, the environment is so hot, they sweat a lot. Hello? And they don't have...
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
This is Mustafa calling from Benin.
Okay, sir.
Mustafa calling from Benin.
Doctor, sir, you can go on with your question, sir.
Yes, I enjoyed the lecture delivered by the doctor. The question I want to ask is that kidney patients, most kidney disease patients don't always make it when they are taken to the hospital for treatment. Why is that so? Is it because we lack adequate personnel to handle kidney problems? Or is it the facilities that are not there? Why is it that anytime anybody is discovered to have kidney disease, it's like a death sentence? Why is that so?
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate your calling.
Thank you for the brilliant question.
I think we are on one. We are about to conclude. Okay, let's take this.
Okay, I'll take that, and I'll come to the prevention. Now, the your concern are not wrong.
I think
now
the topic is a good one, and callers are coming in from different angles. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, let's go.
Now the question on why sufferers of kidney disease don't seem to do well to make it. This is not largely correct. The reason being that, one, these persons, they present late, as we pointed out, and secondly, treating kidney disease is very expensive, from one, dialysis to kidney transplant. Now, when we advocate kidney transplant, it's like replacing your knocked engine with a brand new one. So one, you need the funds. Then you need somebody to donate an organ for the sufferer of kidney disease. So when the funds are available, the organs should also be available. We've seen cases of patients that haven't done kidney transplant. They've lived more than 10 years and still counting, and they are strong. You hardly know that these persons are carrying an organ. So one, so the reasons that can be adduced for this is, one, the cost of of treating kidney disease and the availability of organs. In other climes, the government pays for treatment of kidney diseases, and even donors of organs, the government have a way of giving them incentive to say thank you for coming to the aid of this your relative. Then they will pay for all the treatment, and subsequently the patient will be on some form of stipends every month to get his drugs. Of course, the drugs are free. So we pray someday we will be...
Does that mean the only solution to kidney disease is transplant?
Yes, for chronic kidney disease, especially end stage type, is transplant, and dialysis before then. But transplant is better than dialysis.
Okay, I think we can now go back. Okay, hello. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, I think we can now go to the...
Yes, there was a question on prevention. I started with taking adequate water. And we said if you do that, you save yourself the problems of having kidney stones. Now, regular check will also tell you if you have hypertension. Is the uncontrolled hypertension that will damage the kidney. So if a patient is diagnosed with hypertension, the patient should be on drugs with regular monitoring and regular checks.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
This is Humphrey from Benin.
Your name again?
This is Humphrey from Benin.
Humphrey from Benin. Please go ahead with your question, please.
You will do better coordination by addressing calls coming in at institution. Where is the director of the program of crying out loud? Somebody is asking questions I thought that coming. You put the moderate your program well. I don't listen to other programs on TV. Somebody, the doctor is doing justice to the question being asked. Calls are coming immediately. It's something they do. Nobody is hearing you anymore. Can't you hear yourself?
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate your contribution.
So we'll go back to addressing the preventive measures. We've talked about water. We've talked about taking your antihypertensive drugs and ensuring that the blood pressure is controlled. Then if you are diabetic too, it's the uncontrolled type that affects the kidney. So you take your drugs, either insulin or the tablet, and ensure that your blood pressure, your blood sugar is controlled. Then we talked about infection, things like HIV. This is something that every man has to, a woman has to take care of. We know the behavioral patterns that will lead to HIV. Now, globally, it is sexual exposures that causes HIV globally. We know other types like blood transfusing infected blood, yes, can cause it, and use of contaminated sharps. So HIV, whatever you do to protect yourself from HIV, yes. Then we talked about painkillers like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. I won't mention any particular name, but that's the group of the drugs that will cause kidney disease. Then bleaching. We talked about bleaching. Irrespective of the way it comes, whether bleaching soap, bleaching capsule, or bleaching creams, all end up in the same thing of affecting the kidney. So these are some of them. For persons that have enlarged prostate, it should be dealt with on time. Either you do the surgery or whatever procedures that will relieve you of that obstruction to urine flow. So these are some of the preventive measures. Then, of course, having done all this, you pray that God will keep you healthy.
I want to ask, what of aphrodisiac? Does it have anything to do with kidney?
Aphrodisiac, well, if the heart is okay, no. But however, for persons that have heart problems.
Please, can you please tune down the volume of your TV set, or you move away from your television? Please, anybody that wants to call, if you want to call us, please, you do us favor by moving away from your TV set, or you tune down the volume of the TV set so that all this noise we are getting will not be coming up. Thank you very much. Please, you can now round up with that.
Yeah, the question on aphrodisiac. If normally anybody that has a heart condition is expected not to take aphrodisiac. Now, what's aphrodisiac? That's a big language. It means products or drugs that will enhance sexual performance. That's aphrodisiac. Now, because sexual activity takes a great toll on the heart, so somebody that has heart problems should moderate sexual exposure. That's one, and the use of aphrodisiac. So if the person doesn't have any of these, then it may not have any effect on the kidneys. But however, if it now affects the heart, then there's a relationship between the heart and the kidneys, like that of husband and wife. If the heart has a problem, it affects the kidney, and vice versa.
Okay. My name is Osagwe, move away from your TV set.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the question you want to ask?
How do we know that we have chronic kidney disease?
Okay. Osagwe, for being to ask that brilliant question with us. Tell me your full name first. Osagwe what?
Onahise.
Onahise. Osagwe Onahise. From where? Where in Benin?
Uzama.
Okay. Osagwe or he said, for being able to win this, go to number 67 Lagos Street and get a gift from them. They are going to give you one small bag of rice, courtesy Al-haqq network. So thank you very much for calling. I think you have discussed what he asked, and you can just probably just give a word of advice to our viewers on. You have discussed about the preventive measures, and I think you talk about drinking water. So, like, what quantity of water is one expected to take per day?
A minimum of 2 liters, but if you can go up to 3 liters, better. The more you drink, the better. Now, bringing it home, a liter is about 2 sachets of pure water. So that means 2 liters will be 4 sachets, and 3 liters will be 6 sachets of pure water. Now, if you have other measures at home that you can use to measure that, that's fine. Then the big Regulus bottle is 1.5 liters. So 2 of that will be 3 liters. So yes, you take enough, because the more, what will make you know that you're not taking enough water is when your urine is yellowish or dark yellow. That will tell you that you're not taking enough. The more water you take, the lighter your urine is. It becomes very like cream colored or very light yellow, amber color. That's the normal color of urine. So the more water you take, the lighter, the closer the color of your urine to the color of water. Water is colorless anyway.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we've all listened to our lecturer. He has been able to tell us the causes, the preventive measure, as well as the symptoms of chronic kidney disease. Now, for people that take drugs without prescription, so what's your advice?
That is self-medication, which has its bad effects. Now, we talked about certain painkillers. Now, for these persons that take this drug, they see it as, oh, I'm just taking painkillers. So, but if you were to take drug on prescription, then the doctor will be able to tell you that, oh, this drug is not good for you because of 1, 2, 3 reasons. In fact, some persons have found themselves having a peptic ulcer disease because of use of some of these painkillers too. So drugs should be on prescription and for a period of time. It's not something you take chronically, or because you saw your brother taking a particular drug, you think you can also take that drug, because what works for A may not work for B. So that's my advice on the use of drugs. It should be on prescription.
Okay. Our doctor also discussed with us about cream, bleaching cream, which we all know is very common in our society. Now, people want to move from being dark into being fair. People want to move from being fair into completely white. So what's your advice, sir?
People should be proud of the color of their skin. People should know that having a dark skin is protective, especially if you live in this tropical region with a lot of heat and sun. The melanin protects you from the effect of excessive sun. That is why persons that are devoid of this melanin, like the African Oyibos, the one we call albinos, or they are exposed to so much sun, and they don't have the protection of melanin. They are at risk of skin cancers and other types of cancers. So for you who have a black skin, that's a natural protection from the effect of excess sun and skin cancer. So this person should avoid the use of bleaching cream to lighten their skin.
Okay, thank you very much. Whether it is natural, organic, or whatever skin, a cream that you're going to use that will turn your skin from its natural stage is not a good one for you. That's how much we can take on this segment of this program. On this program today, we want to sincerely appreciate our doctor for squeezing out out of no time to be here. We know you are always busy and you have decided to come and make this sacrifice. We appreciate you. And we sincerely believe and hope that next time that we invite you again, you're still going to appear on the program.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you. It's on that note that we want to call it a day for today. Until tomorrow again, that we will be coming your way with our Quranic competition, inshallah. Same time, 12 p.m. tomorrow, Sunday. May Allah continue to be with us. We say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.